This is us taking the Embassy Suites bus to the airport. And this is the Dallas airport. And once we got there, we went to the Dallas Cowboys Club to get a drink and some food. And this is us in line for our plane. It says Athens, Greece right there. So the plane ride was 10 hours long. And when the plane rides overseas, I think they bring you food. And so I got the pasta, and it was really good. It wasn't like the best pasta I've had, but it was like good for the plane ride. Honestly, I was so uncomfortable the whole time on this plane because when you're tall and your legs are long, it's hard to get comfortable on a plane. Yeah. When you land in Greece, you get off the plane outside and then you take a shuttle to the inside of the airport. So this is us in line for customs. You have to go through customs. They stamp your passport and everything. And then you can either get an Uber or a driver, or you can rent your own car. And in Greece, you drive on the right side of the road, so it's the same as America. So we just got a rental car, so that way we could just go whenever we wanted, wherever we wanted. We got like a Toyota van, and it had a lot of room in it, and it was nice to have a lot of room. But there was an issue that we didn't know how to put it in reverse because nobody told us. And it's not like how you'd normally put a car in reverse. There's two little rings on the shifter where you have to pull them up and then put them into reverse. So we did get into a situation where we needed to go into reverse and we couldn't, and people were yelling at us and we were yelling at them because we didn't know what to do, and they were getting really loud. It was like a whole ordeal at a toll booth to pay for the road. It was like a whole situation. But the natural scenery of Greece is so beautiful. Like, look at this. That's just out your window while you're driving. It is the clouds and everything. It was a beautiful day. So this is Athens, right when you leave the airport. Everything's very old world. It's very beautiful. I think it's like, I really love it. We decided to go to the ruins of Apollo, and this is a little stop on the way. This is like our first time just seeing ruins and things. This is not actually like where you pay to go see the ruins. It's like a little stop on the way, but I thought this building was so cool. I got some Polaroid pictures. It also makes me really upset that people like throw trash in these places. It's like, are you serious? But this is the front of it. This must have been some kind of like old house, like probably a sheep farmer or something lived here. It was very run down, obviously, because it's super old, but like I'm sure at one time it like someone lived there, I think. But this is basically like when you park, you get out and you walk up to the ruins and you pay to get in. Also, guys, there are cats everywhere in Greece, which I'm not mad about because I think they're so cute. I wanted to touch them, but I was like, better not. Once you pay, you go up these steps, and Greece is all steps. It's all hills. It's all up. Even when you have to go back down, it's still up somehow. This place is so beautiful. I'm honestly thinking about just putting music over this part and just letting everybody experience like what we experienced. It was so quiet and everyone was so respectful and peaceful, and it was a beautiful, perfect day. It was lightly drizzling. It was just so amazing. Like, just look at all this stuff. It's so beautiful. Once you get done walking the ruins, you come to a museum, and the museum has more detailed pieces of the ruins that they didn't want to get destroyed in the weather or have a chance on them being taken or whatever. There's a lot of statues in there. There's a lot of artifacts, like they had arrowheads, swords, shields, helmets. Everything was found in this area. And then once you get through with the museum, they have this little cafe outside, and they have dogs and cats everywhere just sleeping and chilling. This was a really cool experience. I'm glad that we stopped and decided to go, because it was just really cool to see all that stuff. Like, you only see it like online or in movies or something, but we saw it in person. But let me just say, the views here are amazing. Look at the smoke in the clouds. It's so beautiful. There's olives everywhere. So after we left there, we went to our Airbnb, which was in Fira, I believe is how you say it. This Airbnb is so cute. It's right on the water. Marble staircases. They love the spiral staircase in marble in Greece. We went to like 2 different places that had this exact same spiral staircase in marble. I'm not complaining because it was beautiful. I just couldn't imagine getting furniture up these spiral staircases. I could barely get myself up the spiral staircase, but this Airbnb was so beautiful, and I wish that we could have stayed more in this town because I wanted to do some exploring, but it started raining really hardcore. Like, it was lightning, thundering, the streets were flooding. Here's the inside of the Airbnb. They decorated it immaculately. Look at this mirror. It's amazing. And then also, the kitchen was so cute. The coffee here was so delicious. I've never had coffee like that. No creamer, no sugar, no nothing. It was delicious by itself. And normally I'm like a cream and sugar kind of person. Look at the ocean. Shy out here being all dramatic by herself by the ocean with her hair blowing in the wind. This is so her. I love that for her. So while we were here, this is what I'm talking about. The storm was rolling in. You could literally watch the storm roll in over the mountains. It was like one of the most breathtaking sights I've ever seen. So we took some naps and changed our clothes, and we're going to go out in the town. So in Greece, their time is different from America time. Like, you eat before 8 p.m. in America or whatever, but they open at 7. That's when you start to eat. So skip to tomorrow. We stopped at a gas station on the way to the airport, and they had some handmade food there, and this is not like any normal gas station food. This food was delicious. I kid you not. Like, it was like gourmet food at a gas station. But I got several things to try. I wanted to try everything, but I was like, I can't eat all this stuff. That little sandwich was so good. I want it again right now, actually. So the last time we were at the airport, we just went through customs, but this is what happens when you walk in the door and get checked in. We did some light shopping before our flight to Santorini. So this is our rental car, and we've got some stories about this car. Yes, I look rough as hell in this clip, so don't even worry about it. I'm fine. I don't know why I'm looking like that. I think it's just the camera. But the car would not go up the hills. And like I mentioned earlier, Greece is all hills. Like, it looks calm in this video, but it's straight down almost. So this is our Airbnb in Santorini. And let me just point out how amazing this Airbnb was. These people were so nice. They gave us a tour. They gave us wine. I'm gonna include the name of the Airbnb at the end. Like, after we leave Santorini, I'll put it in there. But it was so beautiful. The views were beautiful. The Airbnb was so amazing. I can't even get words out to describe how nice these people were to us and how clean everything was. We got our own pool. We got our own suites. It was also in a perfect location. Like, we were right in the middle of everything. I couldn't have asked for a better Airbnb for our trip to Santorini. So definitely, if you go to Greece and to Santorini, stay at this place. It's got 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It's perfect for, like, if you bring your friends or your family or whatever. They also gave us homemade cookies. The Airbnb owner, his grandmother made the cookies, and they were so good. This was just an amazing part of the trip. So we just got to our Airbnb, and they are amazing. I wanna shout them out, and I'll get the name of it for a second because they were so nice. The guy was nice. But we are gonna go walk around, and I think we're gonna go to a grocery store, but we'll see. It's 17 minutes away, so I don't know if we're gonna make it, but
I think the grocery stores are main objective.
yeah. But we're gonna walk around and see what we can see here. Everywhere you go, there's just a view of everything. It's so beautiful out here.
Is this how you know the Earth is?
The only thing about Greece is that everything is uphill.
Because you couldn't have driven the car.
I don't think I can drive here. We're like forwardly leaning.
So many cactuses. It's crazy. It's like we never left Texas.
Okay, we just went to the store and we got us some snacks and drinks and stuff, and now we're walking back. And weirdly enough, walking downhill is almost as hard as walking uphill. Like, it's such an incline that even walking down is like hard. But I mean, it's not as hard as walking up, so. I am literally beat from that walk. After hanging out at the house for a little bit, we decided to go get dinner, and we found this really nice restaurant called The Vine. So we drove over there together in this little Fiat and look at the sunset. Once we parked, we got out, and the view is just amazing. Everywhere you go, the buildings are so pretty. Even though there's a bunch of people, it still is like a really nice place.
This is fried cheese.
That's fried cheese.
Fried cheese. Thank you.
The white grouper?
Chicken souvlaki. It's kebab, I think.
After we had literally the most delicious meal I've ever had in my life, we decided to walk around, walk all that food off, and go shopping a little bit. In Santorini, they have this strip where there's a million shops. You can't even go to all of them. There's so many alleyways that you can go down with shops everywhere, and there's experiences like everywhere that you go. People are doing street art. It's amazing. It is now the next day, and we had to watch Mamma Mia in Greece. It was so fitting for the vibe. We have ordered four-wheelers to go on a trip to the beach and to the ruins, and I'm excited to drive a four-wheeler through Greece, so let's get into that. The ride over here was amazing. The breeze felt so good. And now that we're here, we're gonna go rent an umbrella and a lawn chair, and we're gonna sit out by the beach. I just got this towel, and we got a beach ball. Just went in the water, and it's freezing cold, and also it's a volcano, so there's no rock out there. It's all just solid when you walk on it. It's like walking on granite out in the ocean. It was crazy. I think I'm gonna take my phone out there and film it so that way you can see what it looks like.
Let me check out those hard nips, bro.
They are.
Come here, Ty. Down here.
Y'all come out here. Come out here.
Come on, bro. Get it to the nips.
Look at that fish right there swimming right at you.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Right.
Thank you for all the views.
I'm gonna catch one so bad.
After our time at the beach, we decided to go to the Prophet Elias Monastery, which has amazing views and is a very beautiful place to look out over the whole Santorini island. This was right before you get up to the top, but as you can see the whole island. You're at the very top of Santorini here. This monastery is very beautiful. It is very old. And there are still practicing monks in here. They were actually having prayer when we were there, so we didn't go inside or anything, so we didn't disturb them. But the building is so beautiful. It's like totally my style because it's really old and Catholic. But when you step out on this ledge, you can see all of Santorini. The water, the whole island, everything. This is a very beautiful spot if you want to look at some views. Oh my gosh. I love that. Yes. This place is so beautiful. It is so peaceful and everything's so well maintained here. I wish I was dressed differently though, but the views are incredible. After the monastery, we decided to go to Oya, and it was raining, and I have a story for you because what the heck. I just hit my parents, and it was really scary. So I want to talk about wrecking into my parents really quickly. So it started raining, and we were all going downhill, and we weren't going fast. I think we were going like 25 or 30 kilometers per hour, and there was a tour bus in front of us that immediately just came to a stop. And so my parents almost slid into them, but then I was brake on handbrake, foot brake, sliding sideways, and I was yelling. I was like, I can't stop! Hit my parents. My mom's head flew back, which they knew I was coming because they could hear me sliding, so they were just bracing for it, but I hit them hard. So that was crazy. We laughed about it, but luckily there wasn't too much damage to the four-wheelers, and we do have insurance, so that's good. So always get insurance when you travel outside of the US for rental vehicles or anything like that, because you never know what's going to happen. Also, last night me and Shai went on a little excursion. Wow, that's amazing. Because I saw this in a store that we were driving by on the four-wheelers, and it says Amore on it, and I had to have it once I saw it, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. So me and Shai went back to that store, which was 30 minutes from our house. It was a wild ride, but I got a bag, Shai got a bag and a towel, and then I also got some sunglasses there. So they're supposed to be off-white, but they are, obviously, they were $7, so they're not off-white. They're just cheap knockoff versions, but I think it's just hilarious. They're actually kind of cool. I like hella studious in these. But anyways, and then after that we went to a restaurant, and I ate a lot of mussels, and I don't think I ever want to mussel again after that. But it was a really fun day yesterday, and it was crazy. It's crazy how much you can do in 7 hours on a vacation. But we're about to go get breakfast, and I'm really excited because I haven't had a breakfast in a long time.
It smells like that.
This is so cute. This place is called the V Lounge. I highly recommend it if you're in Santorini because the breakfast food was so delicious here. This is the name of the Airbnb we were staying at in Santorini, El Verano. Please go there. We are packed and ready to go to Mykonos. We're gonna get on a ferry that's 2 hours and 45 minutes long to get to the island of Mykonos. Let's say one last goodbye to this Airbnb. If you're in Santorini, you just gotta either be really good at driving or have a driver drive for you because the roads are very narrow and they are very steep. This doesn't, in the video you can't really see, but it is all straight down. So just be prepared for all of that. Also, we got a flat tire on our rental and the guy was very upset about it. He was like, look at the tire, look what you did. I was like, we didn't do anything. The roads here are insane. So this is the port to get to Mykonos. The ferry we were on also stopped at other islands along the way. I think Mykonos was the last stop. But you sit at this little place. They have restaurants and little shops and stuff that you can... So you're not completely bored, like, while you're waiting. Once you walk up to the ferry, it is a crazy sight to see because the ferry's shaking while you're walking up to it. Once we got inside, we found our seats. It's 2 stories, so... You have to ask, mainly they ask when you get in so that way you can sit down immediately. But we were in the front. They also had a bar with drinks and some snacks. I got a donut and a sandwich and a Coke. This is the port of Mykonos. You can already see how beautiful like the island is with all the mountains around and the ocean and the scenery here. We were waiting here for our guy, and that's him right there. And it was a different name on the sign, but once we found him, he took us over to our car, and he loaded up all of our stuff and drove us to the Airbnb. It was extremely windy while we were there. Everything was blowing around, and it was also, like, 15 degrees colder than Santorini. It's our Airbnb. I'll just be quiet while you look at this because it is so beautiful. Dad and Rhodey all fell asleep, so me, Shy, and Tyler decided to go to Foe's restaurant. This is the walk up to it, and it looks more amazing in real life, but this pool literally sparkled. There was like sparkles inside of the pool. It was really cool. And here is the inside with the menu. I really love the placemats. The food here was so delicious. We got a couple of appetizers. I can't say appetizers, but we got a couple of appetizers, and I got some sea bass. This is the next morning. I woke up really early, so I decided to get into the pool by myself. The pool is heated, so I'm not like absolutely crazy for doing this, but the sunrise was so beautiful. This pool is amazing because it's heated and it's kind of chilly outside right now, to be honest, and it feels so nice and warm in this pool, and it feels good to be like wet and not freezing. So I've kind of just been enjoying my morning by myself out here. The views are amazing. After the pool, everyone started waking up and we decided to go get breakfast in Mykonos. We were making our way to Little Venice.
So this whole
and we
area
stopped at this amazing breakfast place. The food was so good. And we got a lot of food collectively. Like, we each got a plate and then we shared these crepes. It was chocolate and banana, and I have never had such a good crepe in my entire life. It was amazing. Before we hit Little Venice, we decided to do some sightseeing and walking around and seeing what the island is like. Everywhere is near water on this island. I feel like it's slim and you can see the water like on both sides, but the water is so clear. I wish it wasn't so cold because it would have been fun to like get inside the water, but it was really cold on Mykonos, way colder than Santorini. But here are just some views of the island and us walking around, and I hope you enjoy it because it is so amazing. This is Little Venice, which is the major shopping area of Mykonos. It's kind of the same as Santorini, where you walk around through little alleyways and there's shops everywhere. We had to stop at the Louis Vuitton, and it was really beautiful on the inside. And here's just the rest of the shops. You really just walk around, and whatever you see, you go in there. We stopped and grabbed some drinks and some bread, and Brody bought us all shots, so we had shots too. It was fun. We decided to get four-wheelers again, but me and Brody saw this Polaris, and we were like, yeah, we have to get that one, so we rented it. After renting the vehicles, we decided to go to the beach, and we thought we were just gonna have a relaxing evening, but just watch. After we had several drinks and a lot of fun at this beach club, we decided to leave and go to another one. But everybody was so tired, so Shy and Tyler fell asleep, and Mom and Dad went to another club. But me and Roddy went to a restaurant called the Apagio, and they had stars things in the ceiling. It was amazing. I ended up getting more clams and mussels, but I was severely drunk at this time, so I really didn't think about ordering what I was ordering. I also got some cod, and they brought it to me full fish and then deboned it in front of me, and I was like, that was kind of violent. It's our last day in Greece, and I'm looking really rough because I feel rough.
Get 2 more days in Greece.
Wait, oh, we're going to Athens. Okay, never mind. It's the last day in Mykonos, and it's time to check out, and I need to pack, and I cannot bring myself to do it. This is the state of our room right now,
Don't get me.
and I don't know what to do about it, or where to start, or how to put my clothes in anything. I don't know how to pack. Shy and I took a trip in the Polaris to grab some food. We went to a convenience store, and then down the road there was a little bakery, and they made us some omelets and sandwiches and everything, so we decided to eat that outside on this beautiful dining table with an amazing view before we left. Here we are at the Mykonos airport. We decided to fly back because I don't even know if there is a ferry ride back, or it probably is too long. But we're here. We got here 2 hours early because we had to check out of our Airbnb, and then we had to return our cars at a certain time. So we're just waiting inside the airport for our flight. It was a little scary. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So we're back in Athens at a new Airbnb. Guys, just to be so honest with you, the plane ride and waiting for a car and everything, I could not film. I was so tired. But here's the view from our apartment house. Wow, look at the sunrise. That's amazing. The ocean's right there. And here's our house. It's a very nice house. I'll show you the inside in a second. Here's mine and Rhodey's bedroom. I like all the cabinets in here. The ceiling's very nice and pretty. They put a baby crib in here for some reason. But what I like the most is the bathroom. It's a little bit of a mess right now, but I got 2 sinks. Everything's marble in here. A washer. And, you know, this window, I think everyone can see when you're naked in here. But the shower is really cool because these 2 corners meet when you close it. I think it's a really pretty bathroom in here. And then after that, there's Shay and Tyler's room right there. It looks just like our room. And then come down the stairs. This is a fig tree. That is a lime tree. Those are olive trees. Olive trees over here. They've got a pomegranate tree on the other side. They got all kinds of fruits up in here. We are now heading into Athens proper, as Shy would say, to explore some ruins. We are going to check out the Parthenon. Is in Athens, and this was, I think, one of the craziest parts of the trip. These ruins are so beautiful, and Athens is crazy. It's like the Las Vegas of Greece, in my opinion. I give that guy money because he was playing really good music. We stopped and grabbed lunch before we made a ginormous climb up to the ruins. This is where we are headed. Once you get up there, you'll kind of see how it's laid out. But thank God I put my walking shoes on because it is quite the walk. There are so many steps up there. Mom! Wow, this is so beautiful. It's insane to be here and like see it. It almost still doesn't feel real even though you're right next to it. Walking up to this feels like you're in some kind of movie or something, like a movie set. It doesn't feel real for some reason. Also, there was a random turtle here, which I wanted to grab it and help it, but I don't think I could, or I didn't want to, like, disturb it. This is where the real craziness begins. So you have to walk up all these steps, and then once you get here, you have to walk up more steps, and you just get to this amazing place. We are getting ready to pack. We are packed and getting ready to go, is what I meant to say. I don't want to go home. Here's all my stuff. There's Rhodey's stuff. Shy and Tyler right there. There's baby crib in here. We had to leave our Airbnb pretty early. I think it was like 11:30 a.m. So we went and got some lunch, breakfast, brunch time, because we didn't eat breakfast, but we chilled here for a little bit. It was very peaceful here. I think it was the end of their tourist season, so there wasn't a lot of people here. We were pretty much by ourselves there. I think there was like one other couple there. The food here was amazing. It was bust down, probably the best meal that we've had in Greece. And the guy that was serving us was super hilarious. I would eat this food every single day if I could. They put lemon in the mashed potatoes, and I've never had that before, but it was amazing. It was like flavorful and interesting. My dad got a pork chop, I think is what that is. Already got lamb. It was very interesting. There were cats just chilling with us while we were eating. I wanted to take this orange cat home with me. He's so cute. There's also this other cat, the darker cat. I don't know what kind of breed that is, but it was a mother, and the kittens were with the other people eating their food too. I gave them some of my fish. Their suitcase because we got too much stuff, so we're gonna stop at this designer outlet. Let's go see what's in there. There's Calvin Klein, so.
H&M looks like shit compared to
Well, now I'm in London, so I didn't film any of the transition to London. It was too hectic and crazy. Here's the hotel lobby that we're staying in. We did not have a lot of time on this layover, so we had the driver drop us off at Buckingham Palace so we could see it in person and experience something so iconic to London. This Buckingham Palace is so beautiful. It is also so well kept. which is crazy to me, but like everything was so beautiful and hand carved and covered in gold. I don't know, is that gold or I don't know what that is really, but I wish we could have stayed longer. I'm definitely going to have to go back to London because I need to experience all of this when I have time to really experience it. I sound like Kendall Jenner right now, but it is so beautiful and breathtaking, and it's also massive. After Buckingham Palace, we walked on over to Big Ben. I feel like we hit this at the perfect time because the sunrise was giving everything a golden hour, and also the clouds in the sky were making everything seem really beautiful too. But here's Big Ben. It was really cool to see it in person. I'm not even gonna lie. I know it's like super touristy, but it was really cool to see it in person. After sightseeing a little bit, we stopped at Wesley's Cafe and grabbed some food. Guys, I've never had such a delicious brownie or cupcake. We are now back at the hotel, and it is time to hastily grab all of our things and head to the airport because we were cutting it pretty close. I don't want to go home. I definitely want to come back to London when I have more time to experience some more stuff.